That presented this. On one hand, nationally, all of us were spending too much and mortgaging our houses to support that spending, and we were behaving all irresponsibly, and so lo and behold, the day of reckoning came, and we all had to pay the piper, and that was what was fueling the whole recession. Now, I'm no economist, maybe that has something to do with it, and I think it does, but that's one discussion. But the other discussion is this right-wing discussion, which is that it is wrong to have big government because big government costs money and doesn't give you a benefit and only costs you taxes. Well, guess what, folks? Everybody who's employed by state government pays taxes. Okay? Everybody who's employed by state government serves people. And so when you start getting to this discussion about big government, and you look around the country now, and you see all of the state governments that have been laying off thousands of people, not one or two or even a few hundred like some of the private sector folks, but thousands of people at one shot. Okay? You have a massive economic impact that the public sector has that the right wing can't address, but they don't care. They don't want to address that because they want to appeal to the most selfish parts of our nature and say, as long as you're getting yours, as long as you're paying $30 or $50 less a year in taxes, life is good. Well, guess what? Your road's not being taken care of. Your schools are falling apart. Your teachers not being paid fairly. The firehouses are being closed. All those things doesn't matter as long as you get your $50 more a year of savings in taxes. That is the true, I consider, the most insidious argument that we have to deal with, because we have to convince people, and it's hard, we have to convince people on both the left and the right, that on one hand, paying taxes, as long as you're getting the quality services in an economical way, is a good thing. And if that means that government spending goes up, that's not the end of the world. On the other hand, we have to remind folks that they really have to be delivering quality services and they have to be doing it economically. All right? So there's a discussion there, because without that, the folks over here are never going to keep voting for those taxes. Schools in our suburbs, we're spoiled in New York because education comes out of essentially our general budget, or directly from the state, or directly from the federal government. But if you go to Long Island or Westchester, those school budgets per county or per school district are decided based on property taxes. And we all know that school budgets get voted down year after year. Why? Because seniors vote more than anyone else. Seniors don't have kids in the schools anymore. They don't want to pay higher taxes to support the schools. I'm oversimplifying, obviously, but this is kind of the math that goes on. They don't want to pay the higher taxes, and so the school districts have to sort of reorient everything based on a rejected budget. We need the support of people who believe that schools are good. So we have to show that the schools are really benefiting society. It is a burden. We shouldn't have to carry it, but we do. We have to do it if we're going to get that support. That's the kind of work that progressive Democrats and all Democrats have to do if we're going to get where we need to go. And it's coalition building, it's reaching out, it's being rejected, it's investing in new things, and taking a chance that you're going to have to speak Spanish to make sure you reach the Spanish voters, and you're going to have to speak Creole to make sure you reach the Haitian voters, but you got to do it, and we're not doing it.